This film is a story of the second year of the Medicine Wheel program of the Trust for Indigenous Culture and Health in Nairobi, Kenya. The Medicine Wheel program builds on many years of TIKA's work with herbalists and healers ever since our founding in 2003. At first, our focus was on HIV infection, then on life and health itself. Over the years, we have seen that building bridges, creating opportunities so that we can listen to these elders is important and wise. As TIKA, we know that sometimes we stumble along the way, but we can see that this path we are creating together is a good one with beauty and consequence. This film aims to share the good steps taken in 2016 towards our goals of promoting peace and health by engaging with Indigenous elders, creating opportunities for them to know one another, and asking for their advice, blessings, knowledge, and connection in a respectful way. There is so much wisdom in Kenya, and we feel that we are just beginning to touch the hem of all that there is to know and hear.
TIKA inafanya kazi nzuri kwa ajili ya kwanza kuamsha wazee ili wafikirie zaidi namna ambao wanaweza kutufunza sisi ambao bado tuko wachanga katika maisha ili tuendelee nazo.
In this second year, the relationships between these elders who come from many different communities have become strong and brave, joyous and open-hearted in ways that are beyond our dreams. These unprecedented elder-to-elder relationships have weathered murders, kidnappings, illness, drought, and they are stronger and more spirited than we could have ever planned. They are supporting one another in visible and invisible ways that give us hope and make us more excited and committed than ever as we move into our third year. The elders are welcoming young apprentices and sharing across borders and language. They are learning one another's song and remembering their own.
Utamaduni ni maundu maria matuma muthie na mbere maundu manyu.
The Medicine Wheel program at TIKA started in 2015. We use the Adinkra symbol for humility and strength. This symbol has 4 circles, and some say it comes from the idea of the ram. Rams know when to fight to death and when to let go and make peace. The 4 circles in the symbol stands for the peace circle, the elders circle, the learning circle, and the song circle. All these circles are interconnected, but each has its own voice and story.
This wheel is connecting us together.
12 months of teachings, ceremonies, songs, healings, deaths, births, connections, and conversations are difficult to capture in a short video. Still, we hope that what we share here gives a taste of the good food that is coming from our gatherings and our work together.
TIKA, as a cultural organization, we are really proud with what is happening. And elders are now embracing TIKA work as their own.
Tumejua makabila mingi na tena tumeshatembeleana na hapa ndio imekutanisha sisi. Kwa hivyo mimi naona tukiendelea hivyo ama tupanue atazidi kupanuka.
The meetings with elders that we have, usually we discuss with them the indigenous knowledge, what they do at home and how they interact at home, to know more about their medicine, their songs, their dance, how things were done before them.
The Elders Circle is the oldest circle of the Medicine Wheel. It creates a safe space for elders to gather together, to talk about common challenges they face, to learn from one another, and to create connections across communities. In the second year of the Medicine Wheel program, we held 5-week-long elders gatherings in Nairobi, and we organized 3 exchange visits with elders in Kisumu, Ngong, and Kilifi.
Asikitu dumunyapa niki wo Mombasa. Na ite shubari nyana na safari saidi alukoleka tungana poke. Nika la deni na tinda jikaya. Na la bela ngari na safu. Ni akwati shupa pana nuelende na safari ya Mombasa. Amaro dio ntoki ni tuakata dala mitu alu Mombasa te maisha ipoke.
Elders came from different communities. When these elders came together, they had a time to interact. Then we started our discussion talking about indigenous knowledge.
Indigenous is the cultural way of the communities.
So when you're talking of indigenous culture, you must go to the people.
Maarifa yake asili ni kama hapa tulipokuja sasa. Tunapeana maarifa. Kuna mambo mengine ilikuwa uyajui utayaona hapa.
Tulikuwa tunafundishwa hadithi kwenye vitabu. Na tulikuwa tunalala na nyanya zetu pamoja, familia ya jamii moja inalala kwa nyanya.
The generation of information is very intricate. You can get some through straightforward education. You can get some through exchange of ideas or opinions. You can get some through intuition. And you can get some through receipts of divine revelations from the Almighty God.
As young people, as young generation we have right now, it is quite important to have a chance to learn from elders from different communities. And when they are able to share and learn from other people, then what people are going to celebrate is humanity.
When we discussed about creation story, we found that we more or less come from one place, but we are not sure of exact place where we come from that give us the various languages and tribes.
Wajaluo hadithi walio nayo haswa ni vile walitoka mahali fulani wakajipata wakiwa Kenya. Kabla kuanza kuishi Kenya walikuwa Uganda. Kabla kuanza kuishi Uganda walikuwa Bahr el Ghazal in South Sudan. Kabla walikuwa wajaanza kuishi Bahr el Ghazal walikuwa Misri. Wakati huo walikuwa wanaishi Misri, walikuwa wanaamini kuwa chakula chao chote kilikuwa kinatoka kwa mto Nile.
Kikuu kule alitokea, aletwa na Mungu juu ya Mount Kenya. Lakini wakati alitoka hapo, nafikiri Mungu alimuelekeza, alienda mpaka pale Murang'a. Sasa ni pale inaitwa Kiharu. Hapo kuna pale inaitwa, sasa tunaita Bukuru ya Nyagathanga. Wakati sasa alileta mpaka hapo, kutoka kule Mount Kenya ni mbali, nafikiri alishoka sana, alikuwa peke yake. Na kwa hapo kulikuwa na mti wa Mkuyu. Naonekana alikuwa kufa sababu Mkuyu alikuja kalala chini ya hiyo mti Mkuyu. Na naonekana alikuwa kufa sababu hapo ndio jina lake lilitoka Kikuyu.
Wale sinye enang yo Masai na inala bagimwa. Anako be Israel. Na wara ba nebo njar Masai mo ana jo Red Sea. Nebo na ba Masai mo na Red Sea aman ngo metu ai pa ngwa bo nyele ko. Neji nebo nwa imene weji anako ba na ibongare Kenya na jo Sudan. Nebo no ba ai mo laira ba shebe ai mo na kiyo ba ta ngariak akona leg na Ikuru leg na Ifasha leg Turkana.
Because of the open-hearted way in which the Kenyan elders have embraced this idea, in a very short time, it's become even bigger than our original dream, which was just that, create a space for elders to come on their own terms and share.
The first elders exchange visit we did, it happened first when we took Sakuda, Sameri, to go and visit Dr. Agiso in Kisumu.
Ore ndoki najo kitika kajoki ake endonyok embundisa iltung'anak ntokitin naijo nena amu ore oshi eng'eno naa kulikae tung'anak ing'ua nashipakino oleng ajoki endelea oleng entubulu amu inoshi entoki nabulu aaku maendeleo tenkop.
When they came back and shared with us how the journey was, then we realized that the call elders have been requesting from the previous meetings now have come to a point where now we need to facilitate that. So when the first day or the second day of the meeting, I shared with other elders from other communities within going through the timetable. We said that we will be going to visit Maasai elders on Thursday. What do you people think? The whole house was happy. They said yes. It has reached a point where now we are going to visit them. We are happy they have invited us.
Ore niare furaha tasapuk oleng tanamurua peeponu naton kedamu atanakata metaa ekijoito taata tenikintoki naaji aatum enaa inoolong naa keeta mafundisho sapuk nikitum amu keeta apa entoki sapuk
nikitadua ina olong naishorua Enkai.
Ore sii naambuni nikiyotu apa ashula nkabilaritin muj nikiyiolou ajo ekira iltung'anak losesen obo lelo tung'anak enkabila nkutukie ake naapaasha yiok amu ekira iltung'anak pookin metii loopaashari oje ai abila ena.
Nasema karibuni Emanyata, nasema tena karibuni. Mimi nimefurahi kufika katika area hii ya Wamasai na kujionea nchi namna ilivyo na eneo hili ni la kuvutia.
It was quite a beautiful moment, and for elders who came from different communities, it was a moment of learning how they cook their food, how they slaughter. The food is being cooked without salt, and it was still tasty. That was one of the amazing signs that the work we do is really important, and these elders, they share this knowledge with the young people in their community.
The Learning Circle began as elders started sharing their medicinal plant knowledge with one another. This sharing expanded to 2 additional groups in 2015 and 3 in 2016. Elders and other experts in herbal medicine shared their knowledge with a group of community health workers, a group of university students, and a group of nuns.
The main interest was actually to give both the young generation and the adult generation interacting with the main elders whom they are now our teachers.
In Thika we have quite a few forums where students come, also traditional elders, they gather together, and I'm part and parcel of educating, passing on the healing message to the community.
Our traditional medicine practice revolves around various serious principles and philosophies that differ from the Western ones. If you look at our science is based on very deep philosophies.
Tulikuwa na maarifa ya kutambua huu mti huenda uwe na dawa hii.
When I grew up as a child, we could not go to hospital. Anytime somebody fell sick, they would go to the bush, collect herbs, and were treated.
Our ancestors were right. They did not do anything without any knowledge. Let's go back and seek for that knowledge.
Thika is real because now we have the knowledge. We are supposed to go out there because we are the product of Thika.
We mobilize groups that we have to make sure that we are engaging them for purposes of learning our traditional ways on how plants have been used to treat various disease conditions.
Presently, we are engaged in training some 3 groups who are sponsored by Thika.
We have got the community groups, whom we call them Miale ya Jamii, to share one-on-one on what they know and on what they don't know by talking of what it treats, both internal and external.
Mostly huwa tunakutana kwa mambo ya tamaduni za kutumia miti zetu za kiasili kwa kutibu magonjwa mbalimbali. Na venye tumeenda na Thika, tunaona hiyo matibabu inafaa. inafaa kabisa. Hata mpaka tuko na madaktari ambao wameretire kutoka kwa hospitali kubwa hapa Kenya, wamejiunga na sisi na wanatuhimiza tutumie hizo madawa za kiasili.
Zile madawa tiki imetufundisha, saa hii wametuelimisha, tunatibu nayo watu. Kama mtu wa pressure tumejua vile tunaweza kumtibu. Mtu wa ile kidonda sugu tumejua vile tunaweza kumtibu.
Another class we also handling within the learning circle is the students, whom we have actually mobilized them from the main universities. We also share with them and learn with them the main plans that we've actually identified.
Interacting with the elders is so much beneficial. Different people from different cultures, you get to know herbs used in your community, how to treat some other diseases. The knowledge is so wide. They are men of wisdom.
My experience has been profound. I can't put it all in words, because when you talk to an elder and you read something that has been written about them, you get that some of the information they give you have been left out, or you get more than what you have ever read about them.
This group that we've worked with them, these are non-sisters. With the practices we've been making with them, one of the ointments, we've even gone to an extent of actually making one of the best ointments that we didn't even thought that you could actually come up with.
After training with the RIP, which Tikas trained me, when I came to the community, I expressed my interest to pursue this, and the community accepted. So, community offered me a space in our center. I use that place to prepare medicine, do packing. I have made calendula ointment, capsicum ointment, eucalyptus ointment, and besides that I've also made the essential oils. And the people have benefited. And I was also given like a cotton acre for planting the herbal.
Information is power, and I think it is a very great thing for people to share information and or exchange ideas.
The solution lies towards the information that we've all run away, that we should go back and trace it, bring it back and trust, and with that we will all be healthy.
Like for me, the approach was when they show you a drug, you take a leaf and eat. You eat and swallow. It will never get out of your head. That was the method to remember drugs. So I'm gifted in treatment, both in medical and herbal.
Nabonye gerete naande me okogweni okoniko na ansete kale sana. Ona ansete mwaka 58 nari na ansete kwa egwa marioga yekiagera batata niko barenga bakristo banyangete. Munabona ega niko mbwate ebirini kibine.
In 2016, the Learning Circle expanded its work beyond plant knowledge to share cultural knowledge, music, language, and history with youth. At a forum in October, the elders and youth discussed the tension many young Kenyans feel between formal education and culture. The group talked about ways to bridge the gap, to bring culture and education back together.
Through education, we will know whom we are, and after knowing whom we are, then we are supposed now to recognize. You cannot recognize yourself if you don't know whom you are.
Tukiingia education ya kimila, lazima tuelimishwe kama sisi kwa mfano hatujui mila zetu. So unaona hiyo elimu ya kimila.
Culture embraces everything. Na kwa sababu hiyo education iko ndani yake.
We have to recognize our culture. Tamaduni wetu. Let's not say cultural recognition.
Turenga bana bekisuba. Bana babigasa bekiboye. Kiboye kito.
Josuba kitwa gitembewa nodwa lal matin. Keche piny ma kodi bire mluongo ne Subaland ni en gi dhoudi chiegni abich madongo.
Anka anyar suba takia do suba tagombo ng'e nikech ober.
Yani winjo ta winje to wache maseda.
Kaka wachako tiyo wiyo teka ne dwaro ni watim gik mang'eny mamoro ji mondo her Kisuba. Nyithindo her dhogi miluongo ni Kisuba. Kendo agoero kamano nitie nyithindo moko ma jo universities ma sani laro kabisa ni mondo wang'e dho Kisuba. Kuop dho Kisuba ni kwa ng'e onyiso ni wan gi identity marwa.
kirabureka tunyaro gamba tumanyire kisuba kito turagia kabaso babito mondo netona tumanye munyo gwito.
The song Sako aims to encourage traditional music and musicians and to learn all we can about the connection between music and healing.
We went to Nyanza and we met a certain lady. She used to treat people, mostly pregnant women, using music. She used to play music, to sing, until the pain leaves that person. And that is why we are saying that music is medicine. It can treat, it can heal, it can change lives.
During the second year of the Medicine Wheel program, elders and traditional musicians discussed the ways music is used for healing our minds, our hearts, our bodies, and our communities.
Muziki ni dawa, ukiwa na mawazo kabisa ambayo yanakusumbua. Na usikie hii ngoma sehemu ambayo inapigwa, uende huko. Hiyo mawazo yanafungua na yanaisha hivyo hivyo.
Muziki inaingia katika part la uponyaji. Wewe ni mganga wa kienyeji, lazima uende kwenye part ya ngoma ndio uweze kumponya mgonjwa wako.
Natumia muziki katika maisha yangu ya kila siku kama tiba na pia mafunzo, kwa sababu kuna ujumbe pale ambao huwa ninautoa.
Tum kata miel eni yath magero ngima wa kendo micha kibedo motegno. Mane momiyo ahero miel. Asefwenyo ni miel no be nyalo miyo okati.
In 2016, our song Sako continued to encourage the sharing of traditional music and ways of making traditional instruments. Apprentices of traditional musicians were integrated into the program, and musicians shared their stories of how they learned their craft.
Music is connecting. I come from the village. I come to Nairobi. I met with Tika team, and then we went back again to the village to change the mindset of other people, from the elders to the young ones.
Through school, I'm teaching children so that my legacy still remains. Some have known in music, others have known with the help of Tika. Because at one time they have come to my school, they are trying to bring me some instruments so that other children could also know how to play it.
When I was still in primary school, that's when one of the teachers identified that I have a talent which I did not know then. He did a wonderful thing because he nurtured it, and then I became a musician. Nyakawa unulango unmunyolo tuondi maguero nyolo kelo wodabond. Anosa werko tu mama jagodi vire janyaka. Kenda werko le manditi anosa weru uoye. Filimon toromotelo. Ora luongo nyinge. Bere jao kago.
Min mane jawer. Koro kana dongo. To naneno kaka sama giwuogi dhi e tugo, ang'iye kaka orwakore kendo ang'iyo gik manorwako. Koro nahero ga sama obiro takoni mama mielna matin takonye.
My mother know how to sing traditional songs, so the way she do it, it makes me happy to join that. And sometimes she tried to encourage me to do the things according to tradition.
Ningeche bawa mane tuge kuom muda duto te, kendo en mana en jakom mar grubni. To naneno koko tuge, ta an bende ne awinjo ka chunya mor, kata kadhi sikul, to kata ndalo mar wer, ta an bende amiel, anyalo wer kaluwore gi gima bawa timo. Koro kanotho, to naneno ni mondo adonjie ber mare cha kata juogi cha ochako lokore kuoma juok babwa manomiele godo cha no chako lokore kuoma.
DVDs of songs and performances were captured by Tika and shared with musicians to expand their reach and support their talents. The Song Circle also continued to encourage young people to learn about traditional instruments, music, dances, and songs by inviting elders into schools as teachers and mentors.
We entered this Song Circle program and we came up with new ideas. So we started going out to the villages to meet the elders and the students.
An angamongeyo weche mag thumbegi. Koro thum matiyo ga nyatiyo gi traditional mar culture marwa mar Luo. En ber sana kuom puonjo nyithindo matindo kendo bende morne an nikech ka seche ma nyathi moro nyalo wacho ni an mana puonje gima chalo kamano. Koro an bende nyalo bedo gi feeling ni an kare natimo gima ber maweyo chien.
Sani an gini to nakia goye. Kawuono nyalo tuome makata dawa nyandeko gima tin. Koro amba bedo gi mor kayudo gimoa ire mobiro kelo gino wange goyo kae.
Ile tunafundisha hiyo watoto wa shule mia yetu isichi yanguke au isichi ipotee. Wao wanakaa wanaangalia kwamba wapapu walikuwa wanacheza namna hiyo. Hiyo ndio mila yetu tunaofundisha. Hatutaki itoke.
Ninapoona wanafunzi wengi wanajitokeza na kujua kucheza zile ala, ni jambo moja ambalo limenufaisha kwa sababu naona ni njia moja ya kuhifadhi ule muziki wa kiasili.
Many of these school music troupes won awards this year in both local and national competitions.
We are very honored in this our school since we have made this the flag of our school travel far and known all over Kenya.
In the last music festival, we participated up to regional level, and this was due to the fact that we had got somebody who coached our pupils.
Through Tika, we go as a team. We do mentorship. By the time we are buying them the instrument, we already identified those who are talented, and from their request, that's why we buy the instrument.
At first, we never had drums. We could hire when going for competition. But when Tika came in, at least they gave us these drums.
What inspired the poem was the good things that you did, because the poem is talking about the drums that you brought, bringing Sami here, training them on how to play different musical instruments. So it was inspired by the good things that Tika has done in this school.
Tika omiyo waneno orutu, sandu, oporo, asili, kendo wangeyo goyogi, owinjo wange kitwa gi timbewa.
After Song Circle team bought drums for the schools, now the parents who are around the schools and have those instruments, they could now come up with theirs and give to the same school. So you find the new ones from Tika and the old ones from the elders.
Instruments gan maloso kenda wuon. Kaka orut wange loso, kenda loso maber kabisa.
Mzee alienda na ngozi na akaamua kutengeneza ugukano alete Tika.
Mulisikia Mwera alipokuwa hapa akijitapa. Wakati wa kujitapa, kila mtu anakuwa kimya, lazima yale maneno yote yanaingia na ni matamu, maneno matamu.
Gonerere omwana gonerere nyakwinyu agiei amachi aracha nyathi oweni ni mondo eoe onindi min gi kulo koro jathi ka ywak koro ioe omwana gonerere nyakwinyu agiei amachi aracha gonerere gonerere, gonerere mwana, gonerere, gonerere, oh mwana, gonerere.
During 2016, the Medicine Wheel program hosted several peace ceremonies at the Peace Path at the National Museum of Kenya in Nairobi. These full-day ceremonies integrate indigenous blessings for peace and harmony together with music, ceremony, and healing. One of the largest ceremonies held this year included over 70 elders from 36 communities across Kenya. These gatherings also involve young people, community partners, refugees in Kenya, community health workers, students, and others interested in peace building.
We have been bringing elders from many communities, and they have been having a one-week program. And during the week, we have been slotting one day whereby we come and share.
The Kenyan culture is so diverse. We learn that from the prayers, from the activities, from the different indigenous trees as soil and plants. And yes, definitely, I can tell someone to come for Peace Path.
When you learn this, when you see them blessing, unaona hata wewe unakuwa part of the parcel, isn't it? It's only that he is using a different mixture than what you use. But the motive ama lengo ni ile moja moja ya kutufanya tuwe nini? Kitu kimoja.
Mbali na sisi kuwa makabila mbalimbali, lugha mbalimbali, rangi pia ilikuwa mbalimbali, lakini tumeamini ya kwamba kuna Mungu.
Wamama wa amani huwa wanatembea wanatangaza mambo ya amani, na unajua amani ni kila kitu, mambo ya afya. Tunaimba nyimbo, tunafundishana, kama shida iko mahali tunaenda tunaongea.
I had a very bad accident and I did not know whether I would be able to stand again. But in the course of our sharing at the Peace Path, the healing processes and rejuvenating as a way of making their bodies healthy, they have been going there and coming back. So the small action you are going to do from what you have learned here is going to influence other people. Our leaders have been informed or involved in this.
Mambo ya culture inahitaji kuwa makini. Hatuwezi tukaichanganya na siasa.
When our hearts are soft, we are one. I'm grateful for the beauty of the prayers today. We can build peace through culture. We can love one another by understanding one another. So I'm grateful for this circle. Each time we come here, it gets stronger and more gentle.
The Medicine Wheel team also officially opened and blessed the labyrinth at Uhuru Gardens called Mahali pa Umoja. This larger labyrinth is a welcoming space for all communities to unite and recognize our connections as beings of this world.
You're most welcome here at Uhuru Gardens. Uhuru Garden is a national monument. The first flag was raised here in Kenya. And then after that, the fig tree was planted. And all these monuments, sote zinaongea kuhusu peace, love, and unity.
I hope every person in these tents can feel my gratitude for the blessings that our Maasai elders gave when we opened the site, for the beautiful artwork that created the mosaic and the sign, and for the spirit of unity that was built over the process of building this. That's why we've called it Mahali pa Umoja.
The project which is here, which we are going to unveil today, is not for one group of people, is not a tradition, is not a religion. It's for the culture of our country, for our heritage.
In a time when there is tension between tribes in Kenya and between the young and the old, we have seen that the relationships formed in our peace circle have begun to make a difference. Where there was no connection, there is connection. Where there was ignorance, there is knowledge. Peace grows from this.
Thika Youth for Peace, it has taught me a lot on how to be patient, how to promote peace in the society.
So we are growing, and the seed is swearing to become bigger and bigger.
At the end of each gathering of elders, we celebrate our time together with a special meal, a dinner that includes goats and other traditional foods. The Medicine Wheel program recognizes that all cultures have different ways of slaughtering, preparing, and sharing food.
Our final day always comes when we have a chance to slaughter a goat or a ram. The elders were able to agree where the Christians, the Buddhists, the indigenous religion were able to give way for the Muslims to go and slaughter first.
Waislamu husema wao ndio walipewa kisu cha kuchinja. Kwa hivyo ikichinjwa mtu mwingine ambaye si Muislamu wanaona kama nyama amekufa. Sio kwamba ni halali. Lakini wanapochinja Waislamu wanasema kila kitu ni halali. Kwa hivyo sisi tunawaitia kwamba wachinje kama kawaida. Ili kila mtu ale bila kinyongo chochote.
Slaughtering a goat has a particular procedure that we follow because we also divide the meat according to maybe our gender.
Sasa tukichinja sasa ikimeshachinjwa ile kidini tunatoa iko roho. Tunakata sasa hiyo tunaweka salt na kutai.
During Medicine Wheel events, elders and youth of different communities come together to embrace indigenous ways of healing, sharing, learning, and building peace and community. As the Medicine Wheel community grows and the connection between us grows stronger, we are hearing the music of understanding grow louder in Kenya. We are seeing families finding health and wellness by using plant knowledge. We are watching as elders reach out to one another to learn and overcome challenges together. They are supporting each other in new ways. We are feeling the strength of our youth as they engage with history and tradition. We are finding our future in our past.
Katika yale makabila ambayo tuko hapa, hakuna yule ambaye hakufurahia, kuonyesha kwamba utamaduni wetu ni wa muhimu sana kwamba usisahaulike.
We have many to thank for the opportunities created by the Medicine Wheel program. First, all of the elders, young people, communities and schools who have welcomed us, taught us and shared with one another so open-heartedly. Second, we thank those who resourced this work, taking roles as Thika partners, teachers, friends and drummers. We welcome any who wish to take part, to befriend and to connect. We hope that this film has made you smile and feel hope in your heart. There is so much good work before us. We are grateful for the chance to make a difference and to open new doors to learning and healing.